Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to Money Cat's Oracle. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. It's great to have you here. It's great to be here. I'm going to be doing a mid-January-ish general reading. I do apologize for those who are expecting an earlier reading at the start of January. I had every intention of doing the readings, but unfortunately, I was just a little sick after the holidays and took some time to recover. And I've been just trying to catch up on my work ever since. So I haven't really had a lot of time to sit down and do your readings, unfortunately, but I'm here today. I do want to give you guys something for January. So let's say this will apply to the next, 2 or 3 weeks or so. And then next week, I think I'll be getting started with your February readings. Let me start with a prayer. I hope you guys are all okay and well. This is a really crazy time in the world right now. If you're reading this, though, or listening to this, I should say, reading this, it's YouTube, come on, then you're still alive. So congratulations on having survived 2020 and the start of what seems like another crazy year. But hopefully 2020 will be better than the last. And I just want to make it clear, these readings are done in a spirit of fun and for your own entertainment and, dare I say, comfort. I'm not here to predict world events, and the messages may or may not apply to you. So please just take what resonates and just leave the rest. I'm going to do a little prayer before I get started here. So for everyone who clicked on this video today, I pray that you are healthy. I pray that you're happy as you can possibly be in the moment. I pray that you and your loved ones are safe and protected from harm, and that you're making all your best dreams come true. Okay, so Aquarius, let's get started. I'm using the Alice in Wonderland Tarot again today, one of my favorites. What's in store for the Aquarians for mid-January 2020, next 2-3 weeks or so? For Aquarius, please. This is for Aquarius Sun, Moon, or Rising, or any cross watchers, anyone interested in what's going on with the Aquarius gang here. Aquarius, please. Gonna get a few more shuffles here. As always, if you want to skip the shuffling and the setup, you can go right to the timestamp below to get to the beginning of the reading, and I won't be offended. But I do like to do it in the video, so you guys know I'm not stacking the deck and it feels authentic. Aquarius, please. Alrighty. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so in the present, we have the 7 of Swords, we have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. It's called Oysters in this deck, and the swords are flamingos, and the wands are peppermills. I usually just use the original suit names, though. So 7 of Swords is a tricky card. It can talk about like a thief or somebody who hasn't been totally honest. But it could also just be about thinking really independently and uniquely, like not really going with the group, kind of doing your own thing. It could also just be about self-care, right? Looking out for yourself. So I think you guys are in a very independent sort of stage in your life. You're maybe doing things very differently than other people around you. I'm also getting the sense of a new start with the Ace of Wands here. Very nice energy. You may be taking care of yourself, taking better care of yourself physically, or that may be like your intention at this time. Maybe watching what you eat a little bit better, maybe getting back in touch with your exercise program if that's sort of fallen to the wayside recently. I don't get the sense it's like big changes, but maybe just little small changes, little small tweaks, maybe something that you're doing every day, the sense of getting back into a routine, doing a little bit of something every day, with the Knight of Pentacles at the top here, right? This is the energy of, slow and steady winning the race, right? So taking a little small action every day. Maybe it's a walk that you're taking, a daily walk, or a daily, small workout, 10 minutes or something like that, right? Definitely getting a self-care vibe coming through here. We'll see what else comes up in the rest of the reading, and I'll have some clarifiers later. In the recent past, I have the Queen of Wands, I have the 10 of Pentacles, nice, and I have the Ace of Hats. Very nice. Or Ace of Cups, rather. So definitely there's a feeling of a new start in love. Some of you may have or may have had like a new love come into your life in the recent past. This could even be a child, or a pet, something that you love, or a new creative project. There's a very ambitious feeling here with the Queen of Wands. If this isn't somebody that you dealt with, it could be your own energy of feeling very ambitious about a new start, but something very close to your heart, very soulful, something or someone that makes you very, very happy. There's also a feeling of a lot of support around you. If you didn't come into a whole bunch of money recently, it may just be that you are among family, or that your partner is very well established. There seems to have been a lot of financial support around you with the Ten of Pentacles. Really, really lovely energy here. You seem to be very, very well supported, I should say, in the present to go after what you want. Some of you, if this Queen of Wands represents somebody outside of you and not your own energy, it would be a very soulful woman, a very ambitious woman, a very creative woman, somebody who is a little different than the others. She thinks a little bit differently. She's not afraid to go after what she wants. And she could also be somebody that's like got a very good understanding of psychology. This isn't a very flattering photo. It's the Queen from the Alice in Wonderland stories. She's usually shown as being very attractive. This person is known to be very attractive, I should say. But she doesn't look that way in this deck. So don't let that confuse you. So for some of you, this could be somebody who's come into your life like a love interest, right? For example. And it could be somebody that comes from a very good family, very well-established family. Interesting. Anyway, let's look into your near future here. I have the Seven of Pentacles. I have the Queen of Pentacles. They're called oysters in this deck. And I have the Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So money, money, money. This is great. Both the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles are really great cards for like your financial standing, because they are independently wealthy. Queen of Pentacles is well supported, generally represents a rich woman, someone who takes very good care of her family, really looks out for her people. And the Nine of Pentacles is the card of independent wealth. It's also a card of luxury. So it does seem like you are having absolutely everything you need. You may be very focused on your money. You may be coming into money. You may be taking very good care of your family. You may also be running into a woman like this, maybe an earth sign, or somebody who's very well established. And I don't know what to say about that right now. I don't have any clarifiers yet, but we'll see as we go. There's also, so the Seven of Pentacles here, this is a little bit of a work challenge. So this person here in this card, they're looking at, what they've managed to harvest from their, I guess it's like a grapevine or something already. And they're kind of asking themselves like, is it worth it? Should I keep going? Am I going to get more of these, or am I just working too hard? So it's, you're kind of reviewing like, well, is it worth it? Do I keep going? I feel like whatever it is you're working on, it does seem to be worth it, because there's all these really positive financial cards showing up here, right? A real focus on money in this line. So I think if it is a work challenge, or a challenge with regards to your business, for example, or some project that you're doing, I think it would prove to be very fruitful for you. It may also be that you're working with a woman who maybe is a bit older than you, maybe a little bit more established, working on some work thing, but it seems to be making both of you a whole bunch of money. So that looks good. Let's look at what's motivating you this month. I have the Death card here, and I have the Emperor. Interesting. So the Emperor can represent an Aries. It is the card of Aries. So some of you may be dealing with an Aries man, or a man who is just kind of dominant. He's a very, very masculine type of man. The Emperor is the king of all kings, the father of all fathers. So it could be a father figure that could be on your mind. Otherwise, as your energy, I would say what's motivating you is the idea of getting your act together, getting your finances in control, getting your life in control, feeling like you're bossing up, so to speak, that you are the boss, or you are the ruler of your world here, right? So it could be that many of you have started your own business, or are in the process of starting your own business, or wanting to be your own boss, not wanting to have to answer to anyone. Death is about transformation. So wanting to transform your life, make some big changes for the better, obviously. It's not actually dying. It's about change, right? You may also be wanting to shed some old skin or take back control, right? So some of you could actually be trying to lose some weight at this time. Really not uncommon at the start of January. I think we all kind of go through that a little bit. Might have something to do with all those cookies we ate in December, right? So many of you are probably going on diets in this time and just, trying to maybe get your body under control and your whole world, feeling maybe when you feel more in control of yourself or your eating habits or your drinking habits, you feel more in control of the rest of your life as well, right? Wanting to feel a sense of control over the things that you can control. Sort of what I'm getting here. Okay, let's see what else. This is a line of what is hidden. Something is hidden to you, something you don't see. We have the Strength card. We have the Nine of Wands, which is actually called the card of strength. And we have the 10 of Wands. So I get the sense like there may be a lot that you have to do. You may have a lot of responsibilities and you may be feeling a little bit overwhelmed. But you do have the strength to keep going. The message here is don't give up. You are strong. You are stronger than you think, even if you feel a little bit overwhelmed right now, or that there's just so many heavy burdens on your shoulders that you have to be responsible for so many people. You can handle it. You absolutely can. Nine of Wands here is saying, don't give up. Also, I'm getting a message here. You can diffuse a tense situation with just, your calm demeanor. You don't have to escalate things. This Strength card is not just about brute strength and physical strength, but it's like strength of character as well, right? So it's more a sense of grace than it is of being, physically strong. It's your graceful attitude that can diffuse a lot of potentially volatile situations, right? It's not reacting immediately when you see something nasty written on Facebook or whatever, not getting, pulled into a row, not reacting when people are trying to get a reaction out of you, right? But taking a moment to breathe and think about the best response and just really diffusing the situation. So you're able to overcome that roaring lion, whatever that is. This can also be about yourself, right? Your desires. It's like overcoming your most basic instincts. Anger obviously being one of them, but another one being like your addictions, like your desire to maybe eat all the food in the house or drink all of the wine or whatever it is. It's like overcoming those things, right? It could even be about your sexual desires, if that means anything to some of you. Lots of fire coming through your reading here. I know you were an air sign, air and fire. I'm just thinking of a flame, right? That's kind of what I'm getting here. Interesting. Okay, let's get some advice. I'm actually going to grab 3 cards here. Okay, all right. We have the 5 of Cups, we have the Page of Cups, and we have the Judgment card. I feel like you may be missing someone. You may be remembering a situation. There may have been a falling out with a friend or some sort of loved one. The Judgment card is like, it's like something calling you, something calling out to you. There may be a feeling like, I need to rekindle this friendship or this relationship, or I need to reach out to them. I think you need to listen to that calling, right? Especially if it's kind of hanging over you. You may need to reach out to someone. With the Page of Cups here, also known as the Page of Hats in this deck. Maybe just send them a little note. If they really are on your mind so much that it is causing you grief, the 5 of Cups is called the card of grief. Maybe just send them a little message. There may be a conversation to be had. There may be some healing to be had there. And that's, it might not be that this person needs to be back in your life or that you are going to have, this great relationship or this strong friendship going forward. But it may just be that you need to kind of make peace with them. Just so that it isn't kind of weighing over you and it isn't like occupying your mental space. Do you know what I mean? So I'm also getting the sense of a youth for some of you, like a small child. You may feel called to like protect them or something like that. That may apply to you. Or a feeling of needing to be strong, because of a small child or a young person, like feeling like you need to kind of stick up for them or be there for them. take it how it resonates as usual. I'm going to get some clarifying cards here. This is going to be fun. This is either going to clarify, enhance, or further complicate the reading. We don't really know what's going to go on. This is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck from Ciro Marchetti. And I've been playing with this deck a lot, especially because I was sick and I kind of stayed in bed for basically a whole week. And so I got to know this deck, which I haven't really used too much before. And it is very much in line with this like New Year's vibe. It's got these gold edges. It's got this very gilded golden vibe. It's very old timey. So it kind of makes me think of being at like an old timey New Year's Eve party. So I had a lot of fun with that. And I'm really excited to share it with you. So just see what we get here. Okay. Okay, I've got the clouds and I've got the whip. There's a feeling here, I think, of wanting to get even. It might have to do, it's like punish, there's like a, I'm hearing like a punishing confusion. Clouds represent confusion. It's like you may be punishing yourself with your confusion, you know, or maybe wanting to, it's on top of the Death card and the Emperor is here. For those of you who are thinking about an Aries who has an Aries on your mind, it may be why this Grief card is here. There's a feeling of like punishing yourself by all the confusion. It's like the more you think about it, the more you're just punishing yourself. So it's like maybe you just need to say what you need to say to that person, or just forget about them completely and just move on. You know, it doesn't, it's not helping you to keep this person on your mind, to keep kind of replaying a situation over and over again. So you may need to say your piece and just let it go. That's interesting. Kind of a weird card. Okay. Here we have a bear. We have a garden. This is a card of something in the public. So we have, I'm hearing public domination. The bear could be about something really big. It can be a dominating individual. It's almost like a public official. Are some of you dealing with a public official or a public person? Somebody who's really big publicly that you are having some sort of new beginning with? That's interesting. Let's get another card on that. And then we have a guide. Interesting. So this is a compass. It's one of these extra cards in this deck. It's not actually part of the Lenormand. It doesn't have a playing card association at the bottom. But I get the idea of something guiding you or like a new direction. You may be doing something really big in the public eye or in a really public way that is a new direction. There is the idea of something new here, and maybe something you're doing alone because the Seven of Swords is here. Taking a new direction in the public in a very big way, or you may have somebody who is like a mentor, who is somebody who's very big in the public eye or considered some sort of an authority figure that may be mentoring or guiding you. Okay, so that's interesting. I really like this card, though. It's so pretty with these like flowers and these, I don't know whether they're swans or actually I think they're peacocks. So sort of like the idea of somebody like showing off. Okay. Now we have the labyrinth and we have a child here. Okay, so there seems to be a mystery. There's a mystery developing, growing. The child here is the descriptor card because it's on the right. It's not the subject, so it's not a child. It's like starting or growing or young. A young mystery or a new mystery. A developing mystery, perhaps. Some sort of a developing mystery. That feels fun. It feels really fun. This showed up here on top of your Nine of Wands and the Strength card, which again, it's like, don't give up, keep going. That was the message here. It's like there's a mystery developing and you need not give up. This is a really cool card. Unlike the clouds, which is a little bit negative, a little bit of that confusion and mental anguish. You know, the people in this image here in the labyrinth, they seem to be perfectly calm. They're all dressed up, all fancy. They got their hair all fancy, just these lovely old-timey people walking around in this labyrinth in this beautiful garden, courtyard, or whatever this is, on a beautiful day. The sun is shining. It seems really, really lovely. They actually don't know if they're going in the right direction, if they are going to make it to this gazebo in the middle, but they don't seem very concerned to me. I get the impression they are just enjoying the journey, enjoying the adventure, enjoying the mysteries. So there is a new mystery developing, and you need to enjoy it. You need to enjoy the process and don't give up. I think you will get here eventually. Just don't forget to stop and smell the roses along the way and appreciate the place where you're at, because it seems like it is really quite nice and that there's a lot to appreciate there, even if it is a little bit confusing and you have maybe your doubts about whether or not you're on the right path. I would say just enjoy the adventure. And you will find your way. And there may be somebody helping you here, helping you to find your way to the middle of the gazebo, whatever that means for you. Very pretty, pretty card. Here we have a woman, and we have a choice. So there is a choice to be made about a woman, or a woman making a choice. So take that how it resonates. A choice to be made about a woman. And it came on top of, again, the Page of Cups. We had the Judgment card and we had the Grief card. So I had thought, it was a feeling of being called to maybe reach out to somebody that you miss, maybe a young person or a crush, a romantic influence. There is a choice to be made about a female or a choice to be made by a female. Interesting. Choose wisely. This is the line of advice here. Choose wisely. Choose the nice one. I don't know. There's two females in this deck. There's two cards representing a female or a woman. And this one is like nice. She's got her book and her flower and she just seems very gentle. And then there's another woman who's shown kind of with her shirt open and her boobs out. And she seems more like a sexy woman. So if you had to choose between a more kind of sexy woman and a more kind of nice woman, I would think you pick the nice one. I don't know. Could be a friend too, that you are reaching out to. Okay. So confusing, but simple at the same time. Let's get some oracle cards here. And see, I think I'm going to take some animal cards this time to close out your reading. You're not the only person that got the labyrinth. I think it was Scorpio that also got the labyrinth. Or maybe it was Libra. Oh gosh, I don't even remember now. But I really like it. I like it. I feel there's some sort of mystery developing or growing, and it's exciting. It's lovely. It's beautiful. This all looks really fun. Okay, what do we have for Aquarius? You know what? I'm just going to grab the card. I'm just going to put them all like this. I think I'm going to take these two. Oops. Okay. Oh, cool. We have the stingray, and we have the dragon. And both of these cards have this like rainbow color to them, which is interesting because most of these cards in this deck are actually black and white. But then some of them have a little color added here and there. I'm getting the impression of somebody who, it's like people don't see you coming. Like they may underestimate you. I feel like, first of all, your sting is very powerful. And I also feel like you just have a lot going on. You may have a lot to say. There's a very, very strong, powerful energy coming through with the dragon. Again, the dragon is a mystical creature. Again, I mean, it's not like I said that before, but I probably have on other readings. It's not just like any other animal. It's a dragon. Like they fly, they breathe fire, They have powers that other people don't have, right? So you may have some very, very special talent or something like some trick that's like hidden up your sleeve, that people really don't know about, or they may tend to underestimate you. And, it's my cat in the background meowing. When you bring that out into light, I think it's going to make a big splash. So don't be afraid to show people what you're made of. If there's some new project that you're starting, you may be feeling very uncertain about it. That may be why the labyrinth is here, or you're feeling like you need some help, for somebody, to guide you. But don't underestimate your own talents and your own abilities. There's a feeling too that you could really sting someone if you wanted to. I don't think that you do, but there may be one person in particular, some of you who have an Aries on their mind over here at the Emperor, or somebody who was maybe a boss almost. It might not have been a romantic thing. It may have been that you had a boss who was maybe kind of abusive or kind of narcissistic, and there's a feeling of wanting to get back at them. And I think you could really sting them if you wanted to. You know, you could leave a really hurtful review or have your day in court or one up them in some way. But I think that this energy is best applied to your own endeavors, like working on your own dreams and showing up in a way that is just really impressive and making a big splash and making yourself a bunch of money. That's going to feel a lot better than getting some petty revenge on somebody who may have hurt you. So I would say, apply that energy towards your own goals rather than, trying to knock somebody else down, even if they did hurt you. Because I think when people see you succeeding, despite them, it is going to kind of sting a bit, like when they see that you got that house or you got that promotion or you got that show or whatever it is, like they can't help but be kind of burning inside, right? You don't have to do anything to them in order to get even, right? Living well is the best revenge. That's kind of what I'm getting here. So this has been interesting. Let me know if any of this applied to you at all, or if any of it's been helpful. It's been really fun doing your reading here, Aquarius. I hope to see you again really soon for the February readings. And until then, take very good care of yourselves. Okay, bye.